Hey crew, Mark Hatmaker here. I'm going to talk about give away a tiny thing that's on the Black Box Project Volume 4, or also known as USB ROD number 217. Black Box, again, the short, skinny on this. Take a look. I got a link in here if you want to go on and see everything that's going on about it. It's where the old man, me, no longer is interested in the sports stuff. Moving away from it, just going to finally open up all the dirty tricks and show, hey, here's all this stuff from all these years. It's mean. Lean, mean, and it's just cooking with gas all the way down. I mean, this is your afterburners, man. This stuff's just good to go. One of the things we start beginning on this particular, on Raw 217 Black Box 4, is we start getting the lower, dirty dog, low dog kicking, and also rough and tumble. If there's a chin fight, and it's primarily going to be the hands, whatever, everything's in, the grappling, including some kicking in there. It's a low dog fight, it's a dog fight, and then some of these. Some schools of thought and some kicking that's always combined in on these lower lines is hard to see. Sometimes it's unusual kicks, things hard to see coming. Which is smoke kicking, meaning it's you're obscured, you don't see them because something else is going on at the same time. You're being kicked out of the fog, out of the smoke, and they're catching you. One of the things I'm going to show you on this is I'm not giving anything away with any of those kicks, but there is a throw-by we use in there in the midst of kicks that are coming at you at 80 reps a minute. I'm not kidding. We'll show you how that's done, how you can train it solo or with a partner, and then how you're throwing those 80 reps per minute. I'm not even going to use the kick in this. I'm going to show you one aspect of the throw-by that's involved in the kick because, again, we're working as combination fighters. You're not a striker and then a grappler, or a grappler shift gear to the striking. You're trying to see how the old school fighters saw where everything is a one. So you're seeing every punch means a grappling move. Every grappling move means the next shot in striking, and vice versa. You're seeing everything as a meld. You're not a combination, combination of two different athletes. The combination athlete was that meld, that blend. So again, kind of come and bring in here, please. We're not doing the kicking portion of it. It's just a portion of something that you use, and I think it's just because it's a little bit about the triangulation, which should be obvious, but sometimes I run into folks and go, because if you got good triangulation, it's not just for grappling. It's definitely for boxing because it's one way to make your punches seem more powerful because you're always catching people on the heels and making people teeter and totter in positions they didn't think it should happen. It allows you to choose your punches. Just look at stances immediately, and every time someone shifts and you go, there's your arsenal, all right? You can use some straights to set them up, but these are the ones that's going to make them look silly. Be the same thing whenever you're doing the grappling. But one aspect I'm talking about, we're going to both clench up properly, old school collar and elbow, which is both, so let's say in this case, lead hands to the back of the neck, so that's my right, her right, and off hands to the inside of the elbow is the proper position, not to the outside of the elbow. This is the sportive aspect, because we're both, sportive means we're getting to go ear to ear and start hustling each other around and use some of our muscles and then get to a canny technique, but it doesn't take into account the strikes. Right. As soon as I come to the inside, I've got bone blocking in case she tries to shoot. My elbow's already in the way. It also takes away this crook of the arm shot. It takes away a lot of the Liverpool kissing / headbutting from this position here, and I've got better control to play the game. Also, as soon as I get to the inside position, if you ever hook up in the bad position, what would you do? Well, we disengage with the crowd, which is it's also an USB ROD 217, right? Am I going to give it away? Hell no, right? But one thing we're talking about here, if I want to throw by, which means I just want to upset her base. To upset her base, I would also do some work with the lower legs, but I want to make sure we understand one aspect about the triangulation here is I would pull with my right hand and I would just lift with this elbow, all right? If I'm doing a sportive clench to lift with this elbow, I would have to do this. Don't let me lift. Yeah, so even if I'm pulling and doing this, there's a lot of work, right? But if I'm to the inside, don't let me lift. It's no problem. So we're trying to get back to a more efficient way to move someone around, right? Right. To do a throw by or get an idea, the triangulation aspect of this is if I'm wanting to move her around by angle, whenever I'm doing a pull with this right hand and the lift with this one, the direction of my pull is super important, isn't it? Right? So meaning, I don't want to pull to lateral position right here. Don't go anywhere if you don't have to, right? Because all I've done is just loaded up one leg. She might have gone from 50-50 distribution to maybe about 80% momentarily on this side. Doesn't mean I can't start running off and find some other things, but she's still in the game, and my work might be hard on me still. The other thing I don't do is just offset that angle a little bit. It means I don't pull this direction, meaning I don't pull laterally, and I just don't pull here, because again, if I just pull this direction, you can only go if you have to. All right, same thing, no go, right? What I need to do is the offset, find the hole in the triangulation, which means it's got to be counterintuitive. I'm actually going to pull her where my right shoulder is. You ready? Only go if you have to. This is what I'm talking about. We're not doing anything with the lower legs, doing nothing else. This is going on while we're doing 80 low line kicks per minute. Every single right kick has this on it. Every single one. So I'm still not doing the kick, but if we think about one more time properly, here, off the side, get out of here, Jen, thank you. Every time we're doing this, you're winding up with ass over a tea kettle right here, it's going down. So if you're just, as soon as you hit that clinch, you go bam, you're going to work. This is what a combination fighter is. It's throwing, striking, and the grappling is all one thing, not a separate animal, all right? Interested? Well then, jump on board with the Black Box Project.